here we go. Project S4. I got to tell you, it almost seems like there's turbos in this car because it is so hot. It's just amazing. The heat, like even from here, not as much there, but like that's where the turbos are on B5 S4s. I mean, most of the turbos are always in the back anyway. Most of these Audis, unless you're talking like the 5000 was like right here. But yeah, check it out. Check it out. The mice had a little field day in there, and you know what? This car is heavily choking for air, I gather. So that was the thing. This car spent most of its time in the garage at the other guy's house, and you definitely could see it. I mean, you can tell. I'll have no problem getting this little guy in. I'm just going to rip this thing apart, shove the vacuum in here, and then vacuum this bad boy out, because it's difficult to do anything in this vehicle. It truly is. I'll show it again. Check it out. Look at all of it in there. It's crazy. It really was. Well, good thing is, it really wasn't getting inside because the filter was there. But definitely impeding performance here. Yeah. The amount of brittleness is ridiculous with these vacuum lines that they've created. I mean, they just shatter when you basically touch them. So this one here, hard to see even with the light, hard to see for me. But these go back to these back canisters, two of them, both sides. They are not even mechanical in any way, they're just vacuum. So this T was in here, and even the way Audi just like loops them around and just puts them, it's just nuts the way things are done. And it's so intricate and brittle. I mean, it just snapped right off. They were broken to begin with. There's another one that runs down the line here to the rear, and then it comes all the way around. There's also an actuator inside the airbox that will open and close. Of course, you have the these valves inside, these flaps inside, that will allow more air, less air, to this wonderful 4.2 V8 with absolutely no room. Look at this. 0 room. Just terrible. It really is. But I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to get it done. That's what I got to do. And it's Audi, so you know what? No reason to get upset. It is what it is. So who's the German genius who came up with this idea of putting in the vacuum line right there? It's next to impossible to get to, and that's why all these Audis have so much issues. I mean, here's another piece that goes across. The other side was totally brittle, and they have just disintegrated within my hands. This is what's left right here, and then it goes to the other one on the other side. But biggest problem is honestly just trying to get it within this tiny little space using needle nose. It's a lot of fun. So it's not fully on yet, but it's almost there. My trick was, believe it or not, kind of putting the hose against the cylinder block and then kind of pushing it towards the nipple. And you know what? It seems to be working. I have it on there. I threw a little WD on there just to make it slick, that it would get on. I used the pressure of kind of like, it's just hard to hold everything. I'm pushing this down, this hose down, and it's like it's kinking it. It's kind of doing this and then making it go into like an L shape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the needle nose to slowly push it all the way to the back. This way it's on there. Whew. This is where I'm at with the vacuum lines. It's amazing how many videos I watch. Nobody shows you shit as usual, especially on all these stupid forums. Just a bunch of idiots. So what I'm doing is slowly, no rush. It's a little tight here. But what I'm looking to do is that I'm snaking it this way. I kind of left a lot. So you can see I'm going to pull from here. And then I'm pulling on this side. I snuck it under, because this is where the original T is, and I'll show you what that looked like. I don't think this is factory, this particular part. No, it actually was, yeah, 04. Yeah, it's got 04 on here. So this part was in there, and then it goes to this one, that little canister, and then this thing followed. This is what I had left. From here, it would follow to there, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece, push it into here, and then I'm going to make a new piece for this, I believe. Yeah, I'll see how it goes, you know what I mean? But I'm slowly doing it. I don't want to cut anything just yet. I want to have the full piece. You just never know. So now all I'm doing is just pulling this through. It's tight, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely tight. So I'm gonna figure out where to put the T. Remember, I don't want to show, I want this thing to look factory. I didn't get any red vacuum lines or anything like that. This is actually easier. Of course, I got a camera in my hand too, so. But remember also, the cover goes here. So the cover will be there. I didn't want to pee on the cover. And then when I put the hose back on, I don't want there to be any issue with the hose here. So I left it a little loose. I don't want to have any problems. This was the hardest part. Haven't tackled the other side, but I would say this is the best way to start it from that side. I mean, it's up to you. And then now I have to do the same thing over here and try to figure out if I could snug in that thing and then put the T, whether or not I make a new T line here. But I do like this little piece, so that's why I may at least incorporate this piece and then put a new T and then put it that way. All right, other side now. A lot of fun. Anyway, there is some left that did not get totally broken off. What I'm using is a good hanger. And what I'm trying to do is possibly use some existing just to make life easier, because it is not easy to get in here. It's definitely not easy to show you, but it's there. I have it gripped and I have the little line on there. You know what I'm gonna do? I kind of got it. But listen, I can barely see it as it is in here. Lighting sucks. That's why I actually have the car outside. And even with the flashlight, it's still difficult. It's just very hard to do this. It's just intricate. So it broke off in my hand. The piece of plastic that was left. I mean, it's so brittle. There's no way you can get it. So what I'm using is, I believe this is for like modeling or whatever. I had it since I'm a little kid. I don't know what the point of it is, but sharp as anything. And that's what I'm using to get the rest of it off in here. Because, you know what, there's just no room. Nothing wants to come out easy. I didn't want to have to do this. Yep, got it. So there's your nipple. Thank God. That one is not made out of plastic too. Looks like it's brass or something. But it definitely is metal, because it would have disintegrated also. Wow, I can't believe it's actually going in. This side's actually a little easier. Go figure. I thought it would actually be harder because there's not as much of a backing to it. So what am I doing? I'm putting it straight down, basically on an angle, and it's hitting the nipple, and I'm pushing down on this tube in order to kind of get it inside of it. Now I have it there. What I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the needle nose to slowly just push it, because I do not want to lose that position. It wasn't necessary, honestly. I just pushed down and just went back and forth with it, and it got itself in there. I'm impressed. This one was even easier than the other side. Now I'm just going to tee it up. Right, so I'm going to go into the existing right here. I'm going to run it down the channel underneath those fuel injectors, and I'm going to go to there, and then I'm going to tuck it underneath. So this was the kit. I'll put it in the description. I didn't use anything except for one T out of there, and then the 1/8 line. That was it. I didn't need any of the other stuff. It's kind of like a waste. I needed the super small on there, and this is what I have left. I didn't end up having to use this. I didn't make that. Here's the old T from Audi. Here's the curvature into the canister. So this is my end result. Here's this line. Didn't really want to mess with it. I cut it because guess what? It was sheared off. It was totally, you know, everything was, all the cuts, they seem to have been sealed by heat. So here's the T. I have it hidden behind here. There it is. And all the wires, excuse me, the vacuum hoses are in there. I'll just have to put the covers back on. But you know what? I'll wait. I'm going to drive it, see what the deal is. Hopefully it has solved this issue down here where the flap is opening correctly, because I don't think it was. Definitely wasn't, because it wasn't able to function in any way, shape, or form. I may need to do something down in there. That would be a total nightmare. This car here, I will tell you this much. I'm an Audi guy, true and true. 2.7 I thought was a nightmare. Twin turbo, I've had a lot of those. But this just takes it to a whole nother level. I had the 2002 A430, and believe it or not, the A430 looks exactly like this. It has the same kind of stupid setup, minus the 2 cylinders, and it does have supposedly some flap thing going on too, so it's interesting.